Good morning, 8th grade. We made it to the calculator active section. So take a look at number 16 with me. This one we have a distributed property on both sides. And of course, we're trying to solve for x. So let's see if we can do this one here. All right, first thing, let's take care of our distributed property first. I see that on both sides. So 1/3 x, of course, is 1/3 x. 1/3 times a positive 5. You could either do a mixed number or improper or decimal even, but I'm going to stick with improper, and you'll see why in a little bit. Bring down your plus x. And now let's get our second distributed property. 4 times x is 4x. Watch this. 4 times -4 is a -16. Common error there to put a 4 instead. And now let's clean up the sides of the equation here. All right, so I see 1/3 x plus, remember that invisible 1 right there. So that would be 1 1/3 x. And might have to change our format in just a sec. So plus 5/3. Okay, then on this side, I've got 4x, but I can clean up my constants here. -16 minus 9, which is -25. Remember, we now have our calculator to help us if you need to double check anything as you go through, and you'll see me kind of do that in this video today. All right, now we know that we need to get our x's on the same side of the equation. So I say pick on the little guy. So let's move 1 1/3 on this side over to the other. So minus 1 1/3 x. Okay, all right, so 4, take away 1 1/3. Now I think about that mentally. 4 take away 1 is 3. Then if I take away another 1/3, I would have 2 2/3 remaining. If you prefer to change these into impropers, you can also do that as well, but remember that 1/3 is a repeating decimal, so the repeating decimals aren't always the easiest to do in your calculator. All right, bring down what's left. Okay, and now we're going to add 25 on both sides. Okay, now here's where you also have some options about how you'd like to, I guess, arrange your fraction or your mixed number. For me, I know that 5/3 is the same as 1 2/3. So I would combine those together with the 25 and make 26 2/3. So that would be my preference. So now bring down that 2 2/3 x. And now we've just got one more step, right? We need to divide both sides by 2/3. Excuse me, 2 2/3. Okay, all right, I'm gonna bring this up here where you can see a little better on the screen. Okay, because we can definitely use our calculator to help us, but we do have to, of course, change to improper fractions if we want our calculator's help. So remember, improper means multiply and then add. So 26 times 3 plus 2, of course, is 80. So this is 80/3 divided by, and we can probably do this one in our head, right? 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So 8/3. Okay, now you can do your KCF here. Keep, change, flip. If you would prefer to use your calculator, I encourage you, of course, to use those parentheses around your fractions. 80/3 divided by, and you can see my screen here. I know your graphing calculators kind of do the same thing here. You see my parentheses. Final equals is 10. So 10 is our answer for that one. All right, go and pause the video here. I'm going to check in with you and help you on question number 27. All right, 27. Consider the two functions below. We've got a table and an equation. Which statement correctly compares the rates of change of the two functions? So we are, of course, talking about slope here. Okay, so we know that in function B, our slope is given to us, right? That's the 2, so that's easy. We're going to have to get the slope from function A, though. So we can just pick 2 points, right, and do our quick rate of change formula. X1, Y1, X2, Y2, and do our rate of change. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. All right, let's plug it in. So Y2, 15, minus Y1, 3, X2, 1, minus X1, negative 1. All right, 15 minus 3 is 12. And 1 take away negative 1, same as 1 plus 1, right, which is 2. And that would be equal to 6. So we are relating these two together, and I see some different comparisons. I see 3 times, twice, 1.5 times, and equal. Well, if we're relating these two together, 2 to 6, look at your choices. Yeah, if you were thinking A, you are correct. Timesing by 3. 2 times 3 is 6. All right, keep working. Maybe your goal today is to make it to question number 30. So work hard, see if you can make it there or even a little bit further.